Hey everybody, welcome to the Dunn and All show. Welcome to the Dunn and All show. Listen, this show here has a special co-host. She's in the camera view now. She just don't realize it. I'm joined today by my lovely, beautiful co-host slash wife.
Good morning,
Crystal Dunn. Let's do the light.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hopefully everybody's doing great, man. We really just want to talk about a few things today and how this really started. You know, you can look at the title of the show. The show is literally talking about life after death, and how we came about with this topic, life after death, is just by way of speaking with my wife. And baby, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get you to.
You want me to sit close?
Yeah, I want you to sit close.
You want me to be close to you?
Yeah, I want you to be close to me. I'm gonna have you in on both frames. I'm adjusting her so she can get closer to me. I just want to be close to you, girl. Yeah, I gotta hold it so you don't fall. So, all right. That would go viral because, you know, this is live if you fail, baby. I'll try my best to get you up, but, you know, kind of just happens. But thank you for joining me today. It's an honor and a pleasure to have the Honorable Crystal Dunn in the room, and the owner of Berries by Crystal, the operator of that, and CEO of Dunn Enterprises, and owner, just what mother, wife, all these accolades. Thank you for joining me. So anyway, now I want you to keep it real, Crystal. Now let's.
Do we need to say that again?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, listen. All right, I want you to keep it real. Now, don't try to give the people the all niceness. I want you to keep it same gangster, that same level you gave me this morning that you was talking about.
What
we were talking about that same
yesterday.
We started this yesterday.
Yeah.
I want you to keep that same level of gangsterness that you was telling me about. No, don't try to be all nice for the folks that we on camera now. Just keep it gangster, man. Just keep it real. That's why I brought you on the show. Keep it real. Just keep it real.
Anyway.
So we talk about, you know, death. Death is a part of life. Death completes the cycle of life.
All right.
And we came about this topic because in the African American community, it's just like that's taboo conversation. You know, you can talk about it with your mom, you try to bring it up to your grandma. Oh, just don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, we should talk about it. It completes the cycle of life, and we should do better about our finances, making sure things are in order, so we don't have to rely on a GoFundMe account to bury our loved ones. You know, all the above. But death should be a part of the conversation of life. It should not be one of those things that is downplayed, nor one of those off-topic conversations that the elephant in the room that we should not discuss.
Right.
I told you when I go, I wanted it to be a celebration. I don't want some somber music playing. I wanted it to be a jubilee. I wanted it to be literally a.
You want it to be a party.
Fiesta. And if I had like a little board person that'd be playing that in the background. Fiesta. I wanted it to be a party, you know. And some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing it. Like, it's my freaking funeral. I do what I want to do. Yeah. Even in death, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But I want it to be celebrated. That's where we celebrate, you know, life. You know, we went to the funeral you went to with me when I were, you know, close friends, Cedric Osborne and his wife, Tamika, and shouts out to her because she did an excellent job with that funeral. But she's literally celebrating people's, you know, lives. But what do you think about like relationships? All right, so
we're gonna go from death to relationship.
That's part of life.
Okay.
That it is. Is it not? Is that not a part of life? All right, so if I die tomorrow, you have a relationship, right? You have one with me.
Right.
You have one with me.
Right.
That don't mean you terminate relationships. Now, go ahead and tell everybody what you said to me if you went first. So we talk about death, y'all. It's a conversation that we had.
But we haven't even talked about death and what all we talked about when it comes to death.
We'll come back. We
go straight into relationship. So
it's a part
I guess
of
this is the gangster part that you're talking about. My response was, if I die before you, then all the wish I may, wish I might pop up and in
your mind, you thinking it's just chicks just standing there with a ticket and they ready to cash it in.
Yeah, it's like the golden ticket.
The golden ticket.
Yeah.
When you leave.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, because right now I'm in the way. So
you see, in your mind,
I'm in the way.
In your mind, so, you think you're in the way.
When I let me do that air quote.
Women want what they can't have.
That's true.
So there we go. Y'all want what y'all can't have. Y'all thirst for what y'all can't have.
It's a challenge, and then when that obstacle is gone, that makes sense. You're right. When the obstacle is gone, it's like, it's not a challenge for me. But the vultures, they'll still try to slide in just so they could kind of see. But you're a piece of work. Like,
I don't argue with that. I'm a piece of work. I mean, but that would be something that they would have to find out. But that same is for you.
Right.
You're a piece of work.
Right.
And out here in this dating world, you'll be trying to find somebody, or lack thereof, really wouldn't be trying to, especially when you got that death that happens. But you can't cheat yourself in life and say, well, I'm not going to be with anybody. You can't automatically just say by default, I'm not going to be with anybody. I'm just going to stay single. That's not fair. You can't shut off doors to people that may be trying to, get into your life.
Yeah, it's fair and it's not fair. It's not fair to you, but I do get it. I understand.
It's not fair to me. What do you mean it's not fair to me? Like,
to close yourself off from,
Oh, it's not fair for a person.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, so we talking about you dead. No. Okay. I'm trying to see who died first.
Because when you think about it, you're actually, when your significant other passes, you've been with this person for, let's say 18 plus years.
No, that's how long we've been married.
We've been together 23.
23. Oh, you got the number right.
So, of course. But it's I think it would be hard to transition to, okay, now I got to figure out how to start my life over, and getting to know someone, getting to trust, getting to love, but you'll still be a part of my life. So it'll be hard to say, well, KD, and you can't say that anymore because you've been a part of my life. So it would be me protecting me and them.
So you saying
to not even deal with anybody, because this is you're my person.
So you saying even in death, I would be a part of your life,
right?
Well, I understand.
And then we have kids, so I understand when people don't jump into it.
Yeah.
Because of that, and that's why I say you can't say it's not fair, because I understand.
I mean,
because you're protecting them from getting hurt, because hey, this has been my person for 20 plus years. You can't expect you to come into my life and me not to. What am I supposed to do? Take pictures down? Not talk about you?
Okay.
Like,
so swap the roles. You're the woman that was not married. You're the woman that's coming in. How would you feel if all these pictures and stuff was still up? I mean, what you be trying to do? Set a picture limit?
That's the thing. That's why I said it's.
How would that go? I mean, because you got.
Can I say a bad word?
Yeah, it's not.
It's fucked up either way.
Yeah, I mean, it
is. It's fucked up either way, because you got this person that wants to love you and take you in.
It's very unfortunate, but this is the thing. Hey, Erica. But this is the thing. You're trying to protect yourself. I know.
Yeah.
But
and you're trying to protect them too.
Yeah, but when it comes to, hey, well, you need to take this picture down. Then how do you say, hey, could you take the picture down?
Yeah, how do
you say that? How do you? So guess what? That's what goes into the other taboo things in black communities, black households. Therapy.
Yeah.
You need real therapists on board.
Yeah.
Because
I believe in
getting through grief and getting through that portion of life in itself.
Yeah.
That's rough. I mean, that's rough. And okay. Now, this ain't happened to me. I'm still alive and everything else. But what if we seen this play out of movies? You find out that when your significant other is passed, this would apply to a woman, but this would apply more to a man, and some child come out the woodwork say, that was my daddy. But even the daddy didn't know that was his child, and the mother made no effort to confirm, like, this is your child, and that child comes up. You can't even, as much as you want to dig him up in the grave and ask these questions and conversations, and the woman tells you, be honest, he didn't even know. I thought this would be the time.
It would be bad timing, and there's nothing I can do about it because he didn't know, and it's not fair because he's not here to know.
So what would you? I mean, I would say, what would you do? What? I don't know. What would be the next course of action?
I don't even know. I don't know because thing, I'd be pissed because how dare you come when my husband is now gone on to glory to come and tell me,
because you be thinking they're trying to collect on some insurance or something.
But there's nothing to collect. Like he was unaware.
Well,
how can you collect on something that he? But
they can prove. Well, they can prove through DNA that he was the father of that child. Yeah, they got DNA.
You have to have my permission to exhume a body.
Hey, listen, they can go through all kind of stuff.
No,
to get it. They can get the DNA from another source. To where they can get the DNA.
You won't get mine.
Hey. But okay, well, see, that makes you look bad because
it doesn't make me look bad. It makes the woman look bad because she waited all this time. This child could be 18, years old.
But this would be about the child now. This would be about the child.
Person.
Okay, so this is them moving at their pace now, and they say that was my dad.
Great.
So what do you just tell them great, have a happy life and move on?
I'm sorry for your loss. Do
you welcome him in?
Being me, I probably.
I mean, because you can't. It's so unfair. That's
the
product.
I would actually give he or she that closure.
The child.
Okay. They would need that closure. Say, okay, well, this is what he was like. Let me pile you up with all this information.
Because the child is the victim.
Right. Let me give you all of this information about him so that way you can have closure. So you can feel some type of connection to this man.
So how would you feel, though?
I would be hurt and angry and want to dig your ass up. Because at some point in time, you knew you were out
asking all these questions. Asking all these questions.
Yeah.
Well, who? What? When? For real? Asking all these questions. I gotta play that.
Arguing at the cemetery at your urn.
Hey, Erica said, dig them up. Exhume the body.
Right.
Exhume the body.
Let me get your ashes, baby. Put this back together.
You can exhume my body because actually I'm gonna be my body's gonna be cremated. So you would have already gotten.
Have to go to the island.
The sharks have already and the fish have.
But we're gonna. That's hard though. That's hard. I don't believe in. Why would you wait like that? Like why would you?
It is maturity. Is being scared. It's the fear. It's saying I don't want to be the homewrecker.
Well,
and
if it happened during our marriage, I almost said a real bad word. You are already a homewrecker.
Well, I mean, they wrecked the home, but they trying to build it back.
You can't build that back because now not only
you can.
Not only have you wrecked my home,
wrecked homes can be rebuilt. Yes, they can. They can be rebuilt. There's plenty of people that have had their homes wrecked, and the process is hard.
That's hard.
But they can be rebuilt. Wrecked homes can be rebuilt.
You already know how I feel about that because we've had that conversation. Like that would be.
But we're just not talking about you. We're talking about people in general. We're talking about people in general. That's the thing.
Get my blood pressure.
I know it's a touchy topic,
Mm-hmm.
but what about like finances? Something happened to me, and knowing how I set stuff up for you and the kids. Trying to manage those finances because you don't even know how I do what I do, and you to be flooded with all that information and all those tasks can be very, 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 very overwhelming.
It can be. I watch you. I don't know a lot of how you do it.
You don't know how I do what I do.
But and that's a conversation that we need to have too, because I need to learn a little bit more.
Learn the aspects of all the businesses,
because you could fall ill. Anything could happen. Like we with our accountant. So for me, it would be our agent. It would be the accountant. It would be people that we're close to, and I know that are not gonna fuck over me.
People that we've already hired.
But, right. They're not gonna. Yeah. They're gonna lead me in the right direction because that's what they've led us.
Well. And I've already had those conversations with that accountant. I've already had that conversation with State Farm and insurance companies and stuff like that. But still,
because it is,
you got businesses. You'll have businesses that you'll have to dissolve. You have to say, do I want to dissolve the business? You'll have to go through that process of dissolving a company.
And that's the hard part, because it's something that we built together. So
but it's
hard.
But holding on to it, that's what are you holding on to?
Yeah, I thought about that a lot, because this is what we built. This is our generational wealth that we built for our family and our children. But it's like
you got Joe that you don't know, that's trying to come into your life.
Fuck Joe. But here's the thing. They are out there.
Joe gonna be smooth. Joe Blow gonna be smooth, and he's gonna come in and but you don't know his angle. You ain't done no research for real.
Why wouldn't you do research though, babe?
Because you just met Joe Blow. They you don't know nothing about you. You're not even thinking that level. You're not even thinking about relationship or nothing like that. You're just
not thinking a relationship.
That's how they come in.
But
covert.
I am very observant and a little bit more than I should be on certain things. I pick up on certain stuff. Sometimes stuff go over my head. We just talked about that. We're gonna let that go. But I think in a situation like that, my guard would be up so high.
It only takes one level of penetration, though. That's the thing, for somebody to get in between those gates. And the thing about it is, you'll be looking in one direction for the enemy, versus not knowing that the enemy is already infiltrated and have already they're there. Oh. They're there, and they've been there the whole
Glory,
time.
I don't need any new friends. Let's go ahead and put that out. No new friends. No new nothing. What
Erica said she's in the process of getting her parents stuff together, so that when the time comes, final affairs.
Oh, her parents stuff together. Yeah.
Oh, she's going through that right now. This part, yeah. And that's
Erica's the only child. So yeah.
Well, when she being the only child, it makes it easier too, if they're the only child. But back to the original part of the conversation.
Don't say hey Ty like that. Hey bestie, he's like hey Ty.
I have to continue with the conversation, But the thing about it is, like, your old, oh God, but this conversation can get real deep. We're talking about, like I say, the relationship, the portions after death, and the old flings come up, and whatever
but
else
see,
come up.
But see, that's the thing. I'm so in tune with that. Wait, where you come from? Who sent you?
They ain't come nowhere. They've been there the whole time. They've been friends.
But they've been there lurking.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but it's that's tough. That's tough, because who gonna screw you over first is your family.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being real, and that is a generic answer.
To be mindful,
and I'm not saying
everybody, not ours in general, that's just family. Overall.
We're saying people's family.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you specifically. People's family.
Yeah.
That's what's going to screw you over first. It's going to be your family that's going to come and screw you over first, and thinking like, well, you got this and you really don't need that. Well, why you got this? And then they telling you what you don't need, and why don't you just let me get this? Why don't you just let me do that?
Because there was actually a family, a woman, that I knew really well, their family, and she said that happened to her once her husband passed. It was her sisters and the aunts and everybody come, well, you have this, you have 4
those are
cars, and you can at least let me have one. She was like, no, those are sentimental. They hold sentimental value. Like, this is my husband's car, my husband's truck.
But in actuality, you cannot sit there and hold on to all those possessions.
Either it would go to our children, or it would be something that we would sell. And we had that conversation yesterday. I would actually rather sell it than to see it pull back up in my driveway, because I see that car pull back in my driveway. That brings on so many emotions.
Ty just said something. Said people will prey on you when you're weak, and that's the thing.
Exactly.
When they're going to prey, they're going to prey on your emotions.
Yeah.
Your emotions is going to make you the most vulnerable. When you're crying and you need somebody to hug on you, to love on you, and stuff like that.
Right.
And then they take advantage of those moments and then slide and slither right on in.
Right.
Next thing you know, your bank account got emptied.
Right.
And next thing you know, your titles to your vehicles have been signed over to another individual. Man, that's the kicker.
And what? As I've gotten older and we've had things to transpire, my circle has become very tight, and I take links out of it every day. My circle has become tight, and with Ty saying, she would she would block people.
Ty ain't gonna be able to block nothing.
But
you can block as much as what you can see.
But you have to have a very tight circle, very tight. But I take links out of it every day, because I'm like, and different levels that you and I go to and you and I reach. I used to feel bad when say, well, you can't take everybody with you. I get it now, though.
You can't.
I understand it, and not to say that I'm better than anyone else, but you just can't. So my circle gets smaller as I get older, and I'm okay with that.
You can't take everybody to the top with you. I mean, it's not meant. Everybody's not meant to elevate, and everybody is not meant to be elevated. So that's just one of those things, and people become offended by that, their statement, because everybody say, you think you're better than me. It's not that. When you are already in certain relationships, you've elevated your relationship, you've elevated your mind, your thinking, and everything is just elevated to the point to where if somebody tries to come in, they're gonna make the statement, you think you too good, or you're spoiled, and you're that, you're this, and that can go the same way for the male and for the female, because the woman could have been doing all this stuff for this guy, and something happens to her, unfortunately, and then he's comparing everything that this woman, especially if you are like seasoned like we are, like we're not no rookies in the game. We're not, we're like we've been married for the first 2-3 years, 5 years, not even 10. Right. We've been together for over 2 decades, been married for almost 2 decades. So that's a lot for a person to come behind, and they're going to make those statements to say, oh, well, I can give you this, but do you, this the other sensitive thing. Do you date down?
No.
Do you date down?
No.
See? All right. Then we have.
You would try not to, because you can't.
We would have to break it down. Classify what is dating down, because let's be real. All right. So dating down, are you thinking like financially? Because if you're dating down, you're like, well, my husband I was married to, he made this and he did that. And buddy, like, listen, I'm just dating, I'm not gonna mention a job, because
dating down for me is someone that can't change out a light bulb, or you can't go out here and change the oil, or if something goes on, like the stuff that you do. That there are certain people out there that can't do that. I need something fixed at the house, and you can't do that. I got to get up so that's dating down.
So if he's a good guy, he knows how to fix things, right? He's mechanically inclined, and he's he loves you. He shows you he loves you and all that. But he just don't make enough money to really take care of you in your lifestyle. Even though you're financially straight, you find yourself using your financial resources to for him. That's the kicker. Everything except that part.
I think it's always going to be that part. It's always going to be something. But I need you to be, because this is what I'm accustomed to, I need you to be financially responsible. I need you to be able to, if shit hit the fan here, I need you to be able to say, I got it. Because I'm spoiled.
Okay, so if you need him to say, he's saying I got it. But what if he does not have it? Again, everybody's not meant to be elevated.
We just gonna die together, kid.
Oh no! I see this. This is what I talk about. When we had these real conversations, people want to back up. And when shit really started getting deep, people want to back up. This is exactly what I talk about. Like we just gonna die together. You ain't going nowhere. Come here, Jeffro. You ain't going nowhere. Dig him back up. Put him on life support.
Right.
Make him a monument.
No, finances are a major part. Look at all that we've done. But
everybody don't do what I do how I do it.
I'm just gonna be by myself. Fuck it.
But you life is not meant to be lived alone.
It's not. But that don't mean I have to bring you into my household.
At some point, they will.
Why?
At some point, they will be in your household. If they are a good person, you cannot discount a person because they're not on your financial level. Well, again, I don't want to name a job, but let's just say, in this current day and age, they only made about $40K a year. Okay, so I don't want to name a job that's associated with $40K a year. And when you hear $40K, that's not bad. But when you put it into perspective, you think about inflation and you think about our costs, our expenses, our current overhead. 40K just barely scratches the surface. So do you discount the 40K dude?
No. I mean, all jokes aside, no, you don't. I mean, like I said, it's always going to be that something else, something that this person doesn't do or bring to the table. But that's what, because there's certain things I don't bring to the table that you bring, and vice versa. So it's all about, I guess, just building. You have to build, but I don't want it to be. It can't be a relationship where
your patience is not in the mood to be building no Negro coming through that door. Let's just keep it real. Y'all ain't in the mood to build a bear. Okay, you ain't. Patience is just that thing. I know my patience. Like, man, I ain't trying to build up no woman at this point. If you ain't already pre-built, pre-manufactured, I don't need you.
Did you say pre-manufactured?
Manufactured, yeah. If you ain't already pre-assembled before you come to my door, I don't have time. See, that's the thing. Time is the new currency. All right? Time is the new currency. Time is something that is priceless. You be thinking like, listen here, hold on. I done spent almost my whole life building this and doing that and meeting this dude family and getting to know him and getting to understand his pros, his cons, his stupid family and all that, and even loving them in the midst of their stupidity and understanding what to say, what not to say, whose house to go over, whose house to go over, how long to be there, when should we be there, what should we bring, what should we not bring, whose food to eat, whose food not to eat, who you need to call, who you need to hang up for, who you need to block, hey, who you just need to send a text message to. See?
That's a lot.
All of those things. And you're going to be saying, I ain't got all that time. Man, I don't have it.
That's why it'll be hard for me to just move on. And you're right, Ty. There's only one KD other than his 3 children.
It's not fair.
It's
not fair to the next guy.
Being with someone for so long I think that it would be hard to not compare and not to have these expectations because I've been with KD for so long. But oh God, that it'll just be hard to say, well, KD used, and I'd be like, damn.
So then you'd be trying to figure out a way how to really conduct the conversation without hurting their feelings.
Right.
You'd be like, hey, but they know who you talking about.
Right. It would be that's the part that I said it would be unfair to them.
You almost run them away
because it's like you said. I'm trying to protect my heart still, but then I'm also trying to
protect your family, your children,
this person's heart as well because
we almost got to the children aspect. Jesus Christ, yeah, we almost got to that. See, we're peeling back layers.
It's too many variables.
We It's like one layer after another, after another, after another. We're peeling back all of these layers, man, and I think that's the troubling part. It's like you looking at that mountain and you say that mountain is so tall.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's so tall. And you're like, I'm just gonna walk back to the valley over here. It's cool. I'm not up for it. But that's the thing. That's a lot. Yeah. Peeling back the layers of finances, peeling back the layers of the relationship, peeling back the layers of trust, getting to know the person, trust.
Right.
You know how long it took to get to a level of trust where you be like, I trust you with this, but I'm still on the fence about that.
Right.
Trying to rebuild that.
Right.
Duplicate that.
Right.
And to the people that's been married multiple times, I guarantee you they always compare one marriage to the other. And I think the most sucky part, if you get into the second and even the third marriage, wherever it is, whatever number you're on, and you go back and you look back and reflect, say, damn, the other one just wasn't really that bad. If I would have had a little bit more patience with them and could have worked with them and, barring they ain't die. When they died, you'd be looking like, God, I never had nothing like that again. So do you find yourself settling? How many of y'all ladies have actually settled? Because the landscape of men, and we talk about guys too.
As I say, there's men out there that have settled.
How many of you ladies and you men have settled for saying, you know what?
That companion.
I just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every now and again, they're not really a good person, but that's all I got. You find yourself settling. That's you see them hands up. I done talked. Lord, I almost want to say their name because Jesus Christ, this joker done raised the hand on here. She's about to give a testimony. You find yourself settling, and that's unsettling.
Yeah,
that's bad. Because you're saying like, since I can't be with such and such, they really don't they don't want to be with me, or this couldn't work because of that, and I have to deal with him or her. Settling, that settling factor. Are you really?
But at some point, as you said, that at some point, don't we all settle though?
I don't know about that. You can't say that. That's not fair. You haven't had a settlement.
I wasn't speaking on me in general.
Well, you said at some point we all have to settle. Okay. Let's put it like this. There are different type of settlements.
Yeah.
Okay. There are different levels of settlement. So I guess in reality you're right. But some people's settlements are much better than others. Damn, that check look good. And I got this check for pennies over here. When you got millions, that was your settlement. God, what? You got a multi-million-dollar settlement.
You're being funny.
Man, listen here. I got a welfare check settlement. How did you get that?
Stupid.
That's not fair.
Stupid.
These folks get like settlements like, oh my goodness. Yeah. You got those benefits?
Yeah.
Who? What? Who was your attorney, child? Who represented you? Who represented you? Because I got a pro bono case over here. I guess they just took me as a favor around here. This is the court-appointed attorney that I got.
Stupid. No,
it's settlements.
At some point, we all.
Ooh, them settlements.
Yeah.
Ooh, settlements just don't. Ooh, that don't settle well with my spirit.
We
do. We got. All of us got different forms of settlement that we accept.
Right.
And we just, whether blatantly or subconsciously, we actually are comparing each other's settlements.
It's the simplest things that you settle with, even,
you do.
Versus Walmart and Target, you trying to find a
Mrs.
certain
Brother
product.
Birth and the Allegory.
Right. Really?
It's the inside thing. I don't understand that.
But yeah.
Colgate and Crest.
I have settled for a lot of things in this marriage.
I have settled for a lot of things too, Crystal.
I just thought about it. I had to get from the chips to the syrup to the
what was the chip?
Toothpaste.
Wait, what was the chip?
Regular nachos versus spicy. The first time
I still do the regular nachos in time. It's not like I don't like them, but
no,
I don't want. My grandma did Colgate. I ain't too much care for Colgate. Crest work better, and that Allegory syrup you can that.
I can't eat it now if I want.
That Allegory syrup is horrible.
2% whole milk.
We all converted to 2% whole milk. That was a family decision, and I don't know what got us on 2% whole milk. It just started tasting better.
Whole milk is disgusting if I tried it.
So what if in your new relationship they're like, well, I still like the whole milk.
That's okay. You can
hold
whole milk.
Wait, we talking about, wait. We just talking about pulling back in those layers. Ooh, cooking, food. They eat certain things that I'm a vegan, or
I would try it. I'm not gonna say that I would not try it. I would try it.
Let's just put it the opposite of what you are, like total opposite. Okay.
But that's a conversation you have in the beginning, like how y'all meet and all of that. Those are conversations that you should have in the beginning.
Yeah. That's true. But
he may be able to, if he's a vegan, he may be able to convert, be the right word, into being a vegan.
I guess, but
so,
what if you like, nah, B, I tried that one, that just ain't gonna work. Y'all trying two different meals.
Get in here and teach me how to cook it. We cook the food together, and you're gonna eat that, and I'm gonna eat what I'm gonna eat. But you're gonna try this too.
And then what if they got bad hygiene habits?
Fuck no, Kevin. Like that stuff you talk about in the beginning. That stuff you did with in the beginning.
It's some stuff you don't find out till later. I'm serious. It's some stuff you don't find out till later, for real. They hid it.
I'm observing.
I just had a moment. Like this, literally. Hold on, y'all women that hide your runs to the restroom. Like I just gotta do this. Gotta do that. In reality, you just would have gotta blow this man's toilet up. But you like, I don't want to do that just yet. I just think I'm just so pretty. I'm just so sweet. I don't want to really do that. But in reality, he's thinking he did something wrong on a date, and he like, what did I do something wrong? You just like, I gotta go, I gotta leave.
But you know what? Now that I'm older, it's like, dude, I just had to.
Oh no, you can say that now, but when you are in the dating phase, you like you trying to be cute, like this is you're like, oh, do I do this here? Oh my god, like the whole date over, like let off a little Hiroshima in that man's bathroom or that lady's bathroom.
That's funny though.
It's funny afterwards, later after the fact, but when you
say you don't settle in musty or bad breath at all.
No, musty and bad breath.
You do not get close to
me.
Like no, I'm a smell person. Like I need you to smell.
I know.
No.
But some of you grown men, you gotta teach how to wipe.
What? Show over.
I'm just saying. Over. Some of them don't wipe
themselves.
They don't wipe properly. There's grown men out there that don't wipe properly. Why you looking shocked? I'm so right. They ain't with me. I wipe. I wipe. I wipe. I wet wipe. I even get the
babe.
I get the cloth. I get the towel cloth.
I
wipe. Soap.
Shower.
I make sure that thing clean. But be honest, be real. I had to wait till I got to a certain point in my life. I'm serious. I wasn't wiping properly in my early 20s. I wasn't wiping.
Just stop.
At what point in your life did you start wiping properly? Hey, I was 26. I remember when the first I wiped.
Stop. Just stop. Just stop. You. No. No. No.
Hey, y'all started having wiping class. You like, listen here, baby.
Help.
We need to talk about this laundry.
Send help.
Oh God.
What happened to your
life? I don't know what happened to it.
Facebook done cut you off.
I don't know.
Go back.
I gotta go back.
That's your phone. Go
That's
back.
my phone. I don't know what happened. I gotta get back on now.
On your phone, babe. What are you doing?
No, it said that it had ended, and I don't know why did it end. I need to make sure. I need to make sure that we still streaming, cause
live,
yeah. I don't know, but hopefully I didn't crash. Hopefully I didn't crash Facebook. if I crash Facebook, then that's gonna be a new one. That's gonna be a real new one for crashing Facebook. But if we did, we're gonna go down in history. We are gonna go down in history, and that's gonna be awesome. Especially when we start talking about wiping. Like that's just too awesome. And we got a lot of people that was actually chiming in.
See if you can get back on.
I am. Let me get back on, cause
we have to go over our time. It's 11.
Oh well, we gonna make sure that we do this and do this right. Cause I honestly, baby, I don't even know what happened. Let me